discover something about the music with the pitches, the frequencies, the volume, the scope of the work, and how to put that into an art form or something that can be on paper and last forever.
The cello wound up here, and the violin down here.
Very interesting.
My name's Simon Harding. I am a video artist, primarily a theatrical video designer, but I also make video art and collaborate with artists. Is there some way that we can take an existing piece of art and then appreciate it in a new way? And how does that deepen our understanding of the intentions of the artist and the work of the artists in the room? I mean, normally you can kind of say that most of the large circles are the piano in a particular like forte moment or whatever. But like that's all violin.
Oh, really?
And nothing that like would immediately have popped out at me. I just saw it and I was like, what?
Adding the medium of a visual element, that was something that I had never really experienced before. It was very fascinating to see Simon's work in passages where the texture was a lot thicker. The circles on the page would be a lot larger, and then other passages that we played where the texture was a lot thinner. The circles or the material on the page was just a little bit more compact.
The centerpiece of everything is a language, a programming language called processing. And what that is doing, basically taking audio in through this camera, which has a microphone on it, and analyzing the frequencies of the sound that's coming in through there, and then translating that into a visual understanding, which is analyzing the frequencies. And the larger frequencies, the louder frequencies are larger within what it captures. So I basically have a bunch of little knobs and wheels that I can change the sort of aspects of the visuals. This is also going via the projector over there.
So Beethoven composed this piece in the summer of 1808. His hearing loss was very apparent, obviously to himself, but also people around him. The composer and violinist Louis Spohr attended a rehearsal where Beethoven actually was playing the piano for the Ghost Trio that he had recently finished. He said, quote, "It was not an enjoyable experience. First of all, the piano was dreadfully out of tune, which did not trouble Beethoven in the least, since he could not hear it. In loud passages, the poor deaf man hammered away at the notes, crashing through whole groups of them, so that without the score, one lost all sense of the melody. I was deeply moved by the tragedy of it all. Beethoven's almost continual melancholy was no longer a mystery to me."
We definitely know that the deafness affected his style of writing. We clearly see movements that have just this expansive feeling to it, this melancholy, this sorrow, this dive into something deep and emotional that was not there before in his early period. Definitely we can hear lower pitches in the piano and an expansion of registration in the piano. And this could have been attributed to the development of the piano itself. It was expanding in octaves, and Beethoven had the latest and greatest Broadwood piano. But definitely the range and the emotional intensity was new and different for Beethoven's style when he started to go deaf.
Faure started to lose his hearing in 1903. It got progressively worse. He composed the trio. It was finished in 1923. So at that point, he was really hearing a lot of distortion in the pitch.
I think it's incredibly inspiring to think about what they experienced when they were writing these works. And that both of them felt a strong urge to pursue their destiny, to pursue their art, and to make a legacy of their music. They didn't give up right away. They continued, despite the obstacle of not being able to hear the live performance of their own music. And I think that's just a wonderful metaphor for studying music in general. It's hard for everybody. It's hard at the beginning, it's hard in the middle, it's hard as a professional. And you keep going no matter the circumstances. And it's a giant metaphor for life. You have the joys and the sorrows at once, and that's part of the beauty of our human existence.